Hello and welcome back to Grandpa Damage in the Icicle Worlds Park in Rollercoaster Tycoon, where, guys, as you can see, we have finally done and did it. We have finished this coaster, and yeah, I was acting the grandpa because for me it feels like it has took us an eternity. Cause I haven't really watched, but I think that when we left off, we were in like year 4 or something, or maybe year 5. But now we're in year 7, almost at the end. Because it wasn't that easy to get this coaster right. But, as you can see, well, I've named it, painted it, and opened it because, guys, look. Ta-da! We have a 10.03 in the excitement rating. That's pretty nuts. It was, however, way more difficult to get the thing right because, well, as you can see, this has changed here. This now goes all the way like this. Because apparently, when we got out here in the old version, we went steep and then again with the launch lift hill to get above these two tracks here. Well, turns out that that little spike there amounted for 3.86 Gs. So that was way too much. So we had to cut that out, and then of course, we had to do this whole shebang. Also turned out that this is like a pretty steep drop, which we kind of had to get this to a standstill almost to not make this section too extreme. I also had to flatten this dent here because it also turned out to be quite a bit G-catchy. And then over here we went up like steep straight away at first, but that was also way too much G, so I had to break it and then lift it gently first and then go up steep. But that turned out to be, over here for this speedy section. Because we had to break it for the Gs, it turned out to not have enough speed to get up here. So we then had to lift it again and again, else it would stall. And I also had to remove the barrel rolls, basically. And also add brakes here, because the underground section would else be way too quick. So all in all, I had to mellow this thing out pretty heavily to get this below the 10 excitement rating. But we did it, and I can safely say that this is by far the best coaster in the park. And as a result, we have gained a hefty amount of guests and probably also like all the rides in the park, because I have totally not paid attention to this at all. So yeah, there's also that. We actually have quite a few more coasters to get. I believe there's also like an upside down coaster, like the flying coaster or something that we still have to get. The single rail one we don't have. I also believe that there is like the vertical coaster that we don't have and the air powered coaster that we don't have. So there's quite a few actually. Now over here we have like the whole shebang, but we do not have the go-karts as of yet. Do we? Nice! This is definitely gonna get built a next thing. So yeah, there you have it. Now as for this, we probably also have like a load of these. It's not that much actually. We only have like chicken and pizza stall extra, and that's it. So let us get a few of those, because I feel like that's what we need, I mean, who does not want pizza, right? Maybe like over here. Yeah, have fried chicken. Now let us build the chairlift, and shall we? Where we said we wanted it like over here in this section of the park. I feel like we should do that, but also at the same time leave this section of the park with a little bit more rides than we currently have at it. So shall we see if we can get like a tower over here or something? I think a tower would be pretty cool if it went up like over here. Like up there. So you have like all these loops that go around it. Let us see what we can do. We also don't need it to be too high. But we don't have the regular tower, we only have this one. Interesting. Now, I wanted the custom design. So if I were to do this, okay, that's not gonna work out. If we were to do this, no, it says no. This would work, though. That's a pretty cool place for a tower, don't you think? Like above the path. Interesting. Would we be able, because this is height 50, would the exit be able to go there? No, it doesn't. It's not able to go there because... Oh, this is also height 15, so the track actually goes around our coaster. Aha. Then what we need to do is get it over here and go behind. That's basically the gist of it. And then this needs to go around, and then we'll hook it up there. Because there's not many rides here, so I feel that that's like the perfect thing to do. And of course, this needs to go up all the way, basically. Alright, cool. Now let us get this to the place it needs to be. And then afterwards, I feel like maybe add like a few bits of scenery and then get this and then get the chairlift, because in the end that's what we want. So you know, that's what we're all here for, right? The thing we started so long ago. Let's see, and get this out there. But man, that coaster, wow, the whole Mobius coaster, totally very tricky to build. Pretty cool though in the end, but man, is it challenging. And basically, you know, I get the idea behind it, and I think it's cool, but in the end, I think it's way more efficient and easier to get like two coasters next to each other. Because then it's just, you know, you don't need to build like the one big coaster, so it's cheaper, you know, because you can do it in like two phases. You don't need to amass massive amounts of money just to get it started. And also, I think that you don't need to take into account like only one photo section ride thingy, and only you know, not too many special track pieces and all that jazz. So now there's that. Now these two should depart shortly. Right. They should pretty much depart at the same time. Right. No? No. Huh. That's odd, you know. I mean, they do depart at the same time, but they also don't. They seem to wait for like the next station to arrive. Have I ticked that box on by accident? I swear I did not. Well, you know, me and my accurate clicking, I could just as well accidentally have done that. Let me see if I've ticked that on. Accident. Or will this one depart right now because the other thing is empty? That could also be the case. Do you depart right now? Yeah, you do. Okay, well that's actually perfect then. So long as, you know, they don't wait here, then it's good. So this is just a longer queue. That's okay. Nice. Right. Oh yeah. Let's open this up, shall we? And also, let's get hold on. What we need is take care of business. What I also had, and that was rather unexpected, was a message about litter, which I really, you know, took me by surprise, because I thought that we had everything taken care of with so much stuff everywhere that litter was just not a thing. We have so many guards. I thought vandalism cannot be a thing. But it was all happening in our park, so definitely not that great. No. Anyway, let us name this. Why don't we call this Sky Bombardment? Yes, we shall. Why don't we call this B 52.5? There. You know, from like the great bomber plane, but just our version of it. Now I don't want this pole to be black. I want this to be the color of ice, and then we'll do everything else in like a different color. So we'll have like the black lining with like a green floor, like excuse me, maybe like a pinkish thing here. Yeah, that's good. Right. Oh, and also we want our vomiting guests with a bit of privacy. Okay, it's little touches like these that make this park look so good. I think. Definitely. Now let's just add like a few snowballs here, and there. Like this is another avalanche section, basically. And we'll do also like an Igno house here. I don't think we have too many flat pieces of terrain though, where we can actually fit those things. So we won't go too heavy on it. We won't do trees here because we have the taiga section, you know, up the other way. So we'll just do a few of these snowflakes here and there. And I need to be careful actually because of the intensity. It's like so close to what is allowed that I think if I go too bonkers, then this will actually go. No. It's not too bad. Like I had in the other park with the castle, where you know we added scenery, and all of a sudden it went above 10, and then the excitement rating dropped after I built the castle. And I was like, no, the scenery makes it too intense. Too bad. Now, as for the chairlift, let's expand this path up here, and then do the chairlift over here in this area. I think that's the plan, and then we'll have the chairlift, you know, and have it go all the way up here, you know, where we planned it. But for that, oh look, we got another award. Nice. Now, this is probably because of issues, so we'll have to do this, and then just do this. And now we can basically build wherever we want. Just give me a moment. And back. Yeah, I had to clear my throat. Yeah, something was filling it up. Anyway, let us continue out straight here. And probably till like over here. Now this is an area where we could go below. We might even do that with the chairlift. Shall we do that? I think that's a cool idea to go below this area. That would mean we need to do some terraforming here, but I'm cool with that. We can just terraform like everything, so it looks nice. Yeah. See? It's as if this was part of the natural terrain. Now we can go below this, and I kind of like to do that. So we'll move this up there. For now we'll only leave it at this one section, so it's easy for us to just you know, benchify this, trash canify this, and snowballify this. All the fyings, you know. Yeah, okay, good. Let us get the path out there already. And get one handy dude, get a few facilities. Not that there's much to do for the guests, so I don't think they will come over here en masse. We'll also get like a new mechanic, get a new guard. Because in the end, you know, this will be part of like the loop here. Maybe with the water in here though, we might not do the loop. You know, like in between here. Maybe we'll have it extend all the way over there. Because a path above the water is kind of lame if we can avoid it. So now let us get like a few shops and stalls out here. And we'll do a few of the new ones. Like new toilets. Of course, toilets. No, but of course I'm talking about like the pizza thing, which we need, and we need the chicken thing, of course. We also need this, and of course a fizzy drink thing. It's a shame we don't have any other drink stalls for as it stands. But, well, you don't always get to choose what you can build. We don't need to do another swag thingy, so for the moment we're good. And let's see about this chairlift. Now, if we want to go below this, I think it would be the best to have the station go in this direction. And then just head straight for that area over there. So, chairlift, here we go. Man, I've been waiting for this chairlift since like pretty much we decided to do the whole ski jump thing. So yeah, for me, this is a big moment. Now, I don't know if this makes any difference in the amount of well, chairs for the lift that we can have. Alternative. Yeah, we're gonna go with this because this is more classy. A long station does not seem to be that beneficial, actually. Can't imagine that we have... Yeah, so we need like one more station bit, but that's it. Right, nice, good to know. And then... I think we're basically ready to get this show on the road, so to say. Let's hide 40. So all we need to do now is get this down. Look, that's cool. And then how shall we do this? Just give me a moment. Alright, so I don't know what it is, you know, but my throat seems to jam up. It's all jammed up. I played too much Rollercoaster Tycoon today. Shall we hug the water or shall we go high above it? I feel like we should do the latter with the chairlift, you know, so... You know what, rather than follow the terrain, let's just see how high this thing can go. You say what now? Height 49? What? Now, granted, terrain here is height 22, but alright, so we could definitely have height to make. That's good. Let us then, if that's the case, let us stay like rather close to this chairlift then. And then maybe also go like... I think what we should do is pass by this wheel, go below the tracks here, and then up to this. Yeah, let's do that. So we shall then go straight here. Oh, you know what would be cool to do? Yeah, I have like a cool idea. Is there any specialty? No, it's only station platform. That's okay though. Look, and then straight, and then up. And then that goes to height 18, from which we say we go through the tubes. And then it says the Ferris wheel is in the way. So basically that tells me we need to go up. Oh, but we can go up like way higher. Can't we? Okay, so let us just pass above the Ferris wheel at like the height we can barely pass it at. I don't want to interfere with the scenery. Okay, that means that we keep going straight. No, we actually need to go up. Right, okay. Can we go down like right now then? Okay, we make this really nice and lovely, beautiful castle in such a way that we have like giant support struts in front of it. Let's not have that, shall we? Because I think that's just lame. So then what we'll do instead is we'll go over here. And now what we should do is do this like one sooner. Should we do it now? We need to... I want to pass the Garvitron. Wait. The Garvitron, I said, over there, right by the side. And that should also line us... Oh, that doesn't line us up. That's okay though, because what we will do is line ourselves up here. Right. what we will do is line ourselves up a little bit sooner so that we know we have the right height. We actually want this to go up like straight away. Because we need this to be at like height 22, which is this height. Wow, is this ugly. Right, hold on a second. Let's do this different. I think what we should do instead is maybe try and see if we can go above the garbage run. I don't know if we... Oh wait, we're also not lined up proper. This is lining ourselves up proper. Okay, so we can go above the garbage run. I want the going up bit, which gives extra support struts to be above the garbage run. Look, this is physically impossible. I love it. We just have like floating supports here. Right, and now we can do the station. Very nice, which we will do till the end. Of course, not till over there. Entrance. There, exit there. Nice. Finally, this is what we designed this whole thing for all along. Oh man, I'm so glad we finally have this. Really cool. Really cool to have a ski lift for our skiing area. Because in the end, that's what it is, you know. We have a skiing area. We need to have a proper lift to it. And then go up. Basically, this will connect from behind the chicken joint here. Right, and then this is just easy. And connect up like that. Good, good. Man, it's been such a long while since we been able to get this going. So let us do like a trash can. Also get like a few fences out there. Because we can, you know, and we respect our guests' privacy, as I said. Now, what we need to do is, of course, just, you know, basically exceed this like crazy. And let's give this a name. Oh, and let's also get... What? What now? How can we have a company value if we do not have money? How does that work? But apparently we completed the park. How cool is that? Oh, and with all the large queues, of course, everybody is applauding. Look, they all stand with their red shirts. And apparently if they applaud, they do not have yellow hats. So just watch, you know, once we unpause it, as everybody gets their hats back on. That's funny, you know. That's like a glitch I didn't know existed. Wow, I did not expect to complete the park this quickly. Look, and then they'll turn back, you know. Oh, applaud, applaud. Look, poof, and then there's the yellow. But anyway, this wasn't really the what I expected. You know, I thought we had to have more time to build more cool rides, but apparently not. Now we shall call this Sky Adventures. You know, why don't we call this Sky Jump Shuttle? You know, something like, or aren't they like called like lifts, like from a place to a place? Maybe we should call this Icicle Lift. Yeah, that's much better. Icicle Lift 1. Yeah, we shall call this Lift 2. Icicle Lift 2. Because Lift 1 doesn't exist. Cool. Well, I had not expected to actually win this already, you know. That is like a nice surprise. We will go with like the white supports, by the way. We shall have these be blue and black. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll have these be like the classic colors like that. And now all of a sudden, this is also like instantly like a cool area to be in, you know. Do we have ratings? We don't. Man, we could do so many more things in this park. I almost feel like doing this, but at the same time, I don't really feel like doing it. because yeah, you know, we've been I've been at this park for already quite a long time, and I don't feel like doing a time lapse. So that's what we're not gonna do. We're gonna, you know, leave this park in a good state, and I want to know the ratings. Oh, I think we need like this train or this car back in order for us to get the ratings. And station to station mode. I don't think there's any other mode. I also think it will be quite a long time for this to basically finish its ride. We only have like 12. Now there's probably not a whole lot of scenery here, so it's probably not that cool. It does go over like quite a few rides, you know. Like it goes over this stuff, so they can basically see below. See, look, see, they can see all these gas spinning, and it's only like a few meters below their feet, which I think is quite cool. But in the end, this is it. You know, we have completed the Icicle Worlds park, and I think it looks rather nice. We have like the ski lift facility, flower gardens, an extreme Mobius coaster. I mean, just face it here, you know, this is almost extreme. Extreme, very high and high. I think one of the better coasters I've built, though in terms of design and the way it looks, I think this coaster looks the part, you know. Especially from like this view, this whole track just seems to swing and looks naturally fluent. Whereas this track has a bit of, you know, it looks a bit, I don't know, a bit janky of sorts, you know. It's not that fluent, though it's definitely better in the ratings. But all in all, a very cool park. I think this is, with the Octagon Park, one of the parks that I like the most. Maybe even better than the Octagon Park. So, yeah, I think we're ready for the next park, which I have heard said might be a little bit challenging. But we're gonna find that out next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon. Oh, just look at it. Just look at it. How nice. All the things. Oh.